Hello, fellow Minecrafters. Gearsaw Studios here. Today, I'm going to show you 5 tips on how to not build in Minecraft. However, before I begin, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. So, with that, onto the tutorial. Also, a small disclaimer, this video is supposed to be satire, so before any of you come yelling at me for making a bad video, this is satire. So, here we have this house. It's pretty good looking. And, well, it has nice details. But some of them aren't that good, such as the landscaping. Like, who needs landscaping? Sometimes it doesn't fit in because azaleas are too expensive, or you live in a bad land, even though there's definitely not any other land nearby. So, might as well remove the leaves. So, step 1, remove all the landscaping off your build. That'll make it so much better. So, just like that, just grab some shears, grab a hoe, whatever, and remove all the leaves. Because we don't need them. Because they're just too expensive. And they can get in the way sometimes, and there's just so many bad things about leaves. And they're also flammable. So you don't want your house burning down because of some leaves near a lightning strike. So, remove all the leaves on your build. Then, let's look at it. Without the leaves, already looks so much better. None of that green stuff that just looks ugly. Like, we need to get rid of that. Along with that, you need to remove the texturing. So you see these little mossy bits? Get rid of them. Place down some cobble. So yeah, remove the landscaping, remove all the texturing. Because texturing can take a lot of time, and some people don't like it, such as mixing in cobbled deep slate with normal deep slate. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons you should remove it. Alright, so we already got rid of 2 dumb things on the build. Only about 3 left to go. And the house definitely did not move at all. Totally not 2 blocks away. Alright, so what we need to do is remove all the depth. You can see right here, all these stairs. It just took so much wood to build this. Which means you might as well reclaim the wood so that way you can build something better with it. Which means take out all the stairs and slabs and trapdoors in the build, excluding the ones for stairs, because that's a different story. Now, already, you can see the build is getting a lot better. Just like that, we managed to expose a lot more of the nice oak wood underneath. So, keep doing this, and you'll end up with an absolutely amazing build that you can show off to all your friends, so that way you can say, I'm the master builder and you're not. Now, I've removed almost all the details on the build. So, it's nice, flat, and overall, just less annoying to look at. Just a few specks here and there, and just like that, we have a much better build. And there's one last thing we need to do to get it to its state where we're ready to make it 100 times better. We need to remove all the shape. Now, of course, we can't just send it into oblivion and remove every single shape, but what we need to do is remove some of the more complex shapes in the build, such as the second floor. So, start by literally destroying the entire second floor, because it's just a pain to go up and down those ladders. Sometimes they bug out, and just it's a lot easier to get around a 1-story build rather than a 2-story build, which means we should take out all the stuff. Along with that, all your old details on the interior need to go as well, which means punching out all the torches and such. With the second floor gone, we have a nice clean slate. Already, it's looking way better, but of course, there's still a couple of things we need to do. We need to smooth it out a little, because this is depth. It's adding more blocks to the build than is needed, which means flatten out the foundation if you have one. So just like this, it's all cobble, and just go through and make it all cobble, because that's easy to get, versus all these woods and stuff. That can take a long time and beat up your axe, while the wood can be used on more important things like tools. Now, we need to choose one final palette, which means choose all the colorful blocks you can think of, because we need this place to pop, which means just add all the colorful blocks, about 7 or 8 blocks, because, well, it can be a little intensive to get all the blocks. But choose about 7 or 8, if not like 10, so that way we have the nice colors we need. I've chosen my palette, and we're almost ready to make this thing amazing. Now, our palette is going to be Bubble Coral, Blue Ice, Gilded Blackstone, Warped Stem, Waxed Weathered Copper, Magenta Glazed Terracotta, Redstone, and a Composter. Using these blocks, we can make an amazing thing. Now, what we need to do is make just about every other block different, because we need that neat contrast. So, just get some randomization into here. So, like this. And already, we're making something marvelous. You can make these columns like warped wood. Don't forget to include a lot of warped wood and give it a nice crisscross pattern, like this, because that will make it look like you're better than you are. So, yeah, we have these warped stuff, and there's a couple more things. Lighting. Now, what we need is small amethyst. So, like this. And this small amethyst will provide enough light to keep the monsters away, because it's nice and unique. Now, we're ready to do this. So, grab your blocks, and just randomize everything. Don't forget to randomize the colors of your glass, possibly include iron bars and tinted glass in there too. Alright, I've successfully made the outside pretty. As you can see, it is incredibly noticeable. If I fly all the way over here, it catches your eye. This absolutely marvelous thing is here. But we still have a couple of things left. One, because there's a lot of color, you might forget that occasionally there's still some bland wood in here, which means you're going to need to get rid of that. On the interior, I've successfully added lighting in the form of amethyst. And we can see this wall, it's not completely done, so we have to, well, make it more colorful. Don't forget about the interior though. One of the best things you can do is make the floor iron bars. It is nice, and overall you should definitely use iron bars. So, going around in here, iron bars are the way to go. And I already have this gray color on the ground, because we need to attract some color to the walls. Like, we need to make people look at the walls. So, we're going to make the floor all gray so people don't look at the floor. Alright, I've successfully fixed all the walls, made the floor iron bars so that way people look at the color in life, not the gray. And I've added a bed, so that way you have to jump up to get there. Or really, you just have to get close enough and right click. But still. Now, we need to place down our essentials. Smoker, blast furnace. Make sure that they're at opposite sides, so that way the crackling is distinct. No furnace, though. No one likes a furnace. We need a loom. We need a fetching table. Well, a fletching table. And overall, we can just put a lot of things. Don't forget to put 2 or 3 barrels. You don't need any more, okay? Because that will encourage you to sort your inventory better. So, only place down 3 barrels at most. Now, don't forget to place a cartography table in the direct center of the room, because that's exactly what this room needs. And overall, just come up with things that could help you in life. So, say, more cartography tables, a fletching wall, just whatever you can think of. But remember, don't add normal furnaces. No one likes them. Alright, I've added the final interior details, and we can see we have an amazing thing. Along with that, we have a little bit more lighting, and we have a music player now. So, getting in the most intuitive way possible, you have to go down there first. It's legally required. And over here, we have the redstone burnout circuit. It provides light, and it makes a nice tune. Just a lot of lava noises. That's exactly what you need. Don't forget about placing down 2 shulkers. However, one of them has to be a real, live shulker, because you don't want people right-clicking on your shulker. So, you need a real shulker to defend your real shulker. So, yeah, you need a shulker to defend your shulker. The wet sponge. Don't ask. We need a wet sponge. What if there's a flood? And the conduit in the middle. Make sure to not include any water or prismarine around it. That'll cause it to open and break. Now, we have all this pretty stuff in here, so I'd consider this build done. It's absolutely amazing. It has way too many colors, and it has an amazing palette, and overall it looks way better than the build that we had before. So, yeah, project success. So, I'd highly recommend improving your builds using this tutorial. So, that's the end of today's video. And what do you know? April Fools. And if any of you actually followed this, I'm pretty sorry, because this is not a good looking house. Because, of course, we included way too many colors, we removed all the shapes, we removed all the depth, and we used all the wrong blocks, along with making terrible choices for interior design, such as a gridded floor that could fall through, terrible windows, a weird lighting choice, and whatever that redstone circuit is right there. So, I hope you can at least take away one thing that you may have noticed with your builds that you've been doing. So that way you can improve upon your builds by looking at this just silly joke. So, with that, it's the end of today's tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. So, with that, take care, happy April Fools, and like if you got fooled, Gearsaw out.